One of the greatest actresses of the 20th century was Helen Hayes. Helen was a wonderful actress, but she was a lousy cook, and her family was well aware of this. One time she spent the whole day in the kitchen trying her best to make something new. When supper time arrived, she came out and told the family, "This is the first time I have tried to make a turkey, and I don't want to hear one word of criticism. If we find out that the turkey didn't turn out right, let's just get up from the table without any comment and go down the street to the restaurant for supper." A few minutes later, she came out with the turkey and found her whole family seated at the table, dressed in hats and coats. They were prepared because they knew Helen. We are told to be prepared, and we are prepared because we too know what God is like. We know God's generosity. We know God's goodness to us, and so we are always prepared for that. At the same time, however, life is filled with surprises. We may know that God is going to come to us in various ways, but we don't know what those ways will be. We know, too, that God will come to us and take us to Himself at the end of our life, but we don't know when that will be. Life is full of surprises, and some of God's greatest gifts come to us in the form of surprises. We have all known surprises during our life, and some have been quite pleasant. We have also known surprises that seem quite unpleasant at the time. But it has been my experience that even the most unpleasant surprises that come our way turn out in the long run to be actually very beneficial. Every time we are moved from one job to another, or from one place to another, or one relationship to another, we are presented with a tremendous opportunity that perhaps we don't even see at the time. Every surprise is an opportunity to grow. If the master of the house had known the hour when the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. Have you ever surprised a thief trying to break into your house? I have on several occasions, and let me tell you, it is a real surprise every time, and generally not a very pleasant one. In 1923, the country had a new president named Calvin Coolidge. He had been in office only a few days and had not yet moved into the White House, but was still living on the third floor of the Willard Hotel in Washington. One night in the wee hours of the morning, a cat burglar sneaked through the window and entered the president's bedroom. Coolidge woke up to find the young man rifling through his clothes and taking his wallet and his pocket watch and chain. From his bed, the president called to the burglar, "Please don't take that. I don't mean the watch and chain, but the medallion attached to it. Please read the inscription on it." We can imagine the surprise of the burglar being caught in the act. He read the inscription, "To Speaker of the House, Calvin Coolidge, from the Massachusetts General Court." Dumbfounded, the thief stammered, Are you? And the president said, "Yes, I am Cal Coolidge." "The President of the United States?" "Yes, I am the President." Now the young man's surprise sent him into shock. He immediately gave the medallion back to the president and gave the wallet and watch back too. From his bed, Coolidge got into a conversation with the burglar and learned that this young man and his college roommate didn't have enough money to pay their hotel bill, nor enough to buy a train ticket to get back to college. So the president took his own wallet, counted out $32, and handed it to the young burglar, saying it was a loan and he expected him to pay it back. "And when you leave this room," he added, "leave the way you came, through the window, so you don't run into the Secret Service man outside my door." As it turns out, Mr. Coolidge did receive that money back. Yet another surprise in an episode full of surprises. President Coolidge was surprised that night by the thief breaking into his room. But the thief must have been 1,000 times more surprised, first of all to be caught in the act, and then to discover whose room it was he had broken into. And then he must have been truly surprised, overwhelmed really, by the president's generosity to him. We all go through life confronted by surprises every step of the way. Rarely do things go exactly as we had envisioned for more than 5 minutes at a time. Let us, like the family of Helen Hayes, be prepared. Let us sit down to dinner with our hats and coats on, ready to leave at any moment. For we do not know if this will be our last day on earth. God continually surprises us, and many of His greatest gifts, His greatest blessings, come in the form of surprises wrapped in many different ways. We can be as overwhelmed by God's generosity as the burglar was by the president's. Let us not fear the surprises of God, nor be surprised that they continue to come our way. But let us rather surprise the world, amaze the world, dazzle the world with the unexpected generosity of our love.